I'm going to point out when we start dressing for Nitai, there are different steps. So we start with the blouse or the kurta, number one. Number two is the dhoti or pants. Number three is either, depending on the outfit, either the sash or skirt. That's number three. And then number four is the chador. We must follow we must follow these steps, because if we do the other way around, it's not convenient for us. You'll see, it's going to take so much of our time, and on the altar, we have like an hour and a half, or hour, 15 minutes, I don't remember, but pretty much just like that. So I'm waiting. So I'm starting with the good test and the blouse.
I can't close, so no. No, I need to stay and control this. And she saw it.
But you can do it.
I don't understand. You can sit here and have a little bit better. Please, don't it. You will be happy.
Behind is also you can zoom it, right?
Yes.
Let's try when we're dressing any lady, it doesn't matter. That when we're using pins, don't try not to leave the pins like that inside. The tip of the end, I'm sorry, of the pin should never be inside, because you could hurt the knee. So make sure that always the end of the pin is outside. It's to prevent hurting Krishna. But Krishna is God. He can bear that. No. Krishna is a person. He's the supreme person. Yes, he's God, but let's put the God just for a moment to the side. Krishna is the supreme person, and he also has feelings, and he gets hurt. So we don't do that. Alright? Because some everybody they think like that. Oh, Krishna is God. So if Krishna is God, so then why we need to do offerings, both offerings on the altar? Krishna is God, he doesn't need to be. So you understand, right? It's common sense. Right. So first the kurta, then the dhoti. Yeah. So exactly. So we have to be expert enough and learn how to manage when the dhoti happens to be super short or super long. Because this is very long, right? If I just follow the way the dhoti has been designed, it may look a little odd. But we can always fold it and do some pins, right?
So I have a question in regards to the dhoti and how, so when you put the dhoti for Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, does it have to be a special way how to put it, like for Nityananda, this side of the place?
I got it. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. 2 and 1 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. In Spanish we say el orden de los factores no altera el producto. I don't remember how to say that in English. How to say that in English? El orden de los factores. The order of the factor doesn't alter the result, I guess. But anyway, so okay, this dhoti, the embroidery, is only in the outside. In the back there's only lining. I'm saying this because in some temples they say, no, the dhotis came out like this. I just like to do the decoration of the swinging of the dhoti this way. Yeah, but if you do it like this, you're going to show the leg of the Lord. In some temples in Los Angeles, we have some old outfits. And Mother Carta, she was very expert. I'm not so used to wear these things, but anyway. To design the dhoti in such a way that the dhoti has some also embroidery work inside. But we don't have all over the world that design, so we have to go back to the basics. And this is the lining. We don't show the lining, we show the embroidery. So based on this one dhoti, you want to do it like this way. If the dhoti is too long, like this Vaishnavi is telling us, so then you arrange it from the back. Just use the pin, careful not to reach the bead, and the proper solve. Yeah. So now it's not too long. And same thing with this. If this is too long, alright, no problems. I mean, we're going to put the garland, we're going to put the sash or the belt. It's going to get covered. So we can always like do something like this. Alright, so I was telling you that it's best if we keep the end of the pin outside. Yes, that's the best. Use common sense. Sometimes the pujaris in the evening, they don't know what we did in the morning. So we have to be smart where we're gonna put the end of the pin out so the pujaris don't get hurt also. Because if we start bleeding, then the outfit is gonna get damaged. So common sense. I know that like this, even though I don't get to see the end of the pin, I know I'm not hurting the bead. So you have to be smart also. So you don't show, so that you don't pin the bead, but also prevent future pujaris coming to undress and then they get pinched, right? So like that, it's okay, alright. So I reduce the length of the dhoti. So now it's fine. So I do that everywhere. Sometimes Mother Vrindavan from Australia, the Mother who does design for the Universal Division in Los Angeles. Sometimes I may not like the cleaning of the outfit. No problem. When she comes, she can dress according to what she designed. But because I am also a designer and I know sewing, maybe I could say, maybe I can do something different, not damaging the outfit, right? And I can do something different according to what I think it looks better in the DD. But unless you don't know any sewing and unless you don't have the experience to do any modifications on the outfit, don't. Alright, so kurta first, 32nd, I'm going to put the sash. I'm assuming there is a sash there, is that okay? Yeah, belt. Alright. unless there is a particular long kurtas that are on purpose designed in such way so you show the kurta. But in this case, the kurta was like this much, like down to here. It has to be inside the dhoti. Now, this belt, if you put the sash like this, right? I mean, it's okay. There is nothing wrong, but it looks more elegant with more movement if you put always the sash either this way or that way. It's more elegant. It's more flowing. And now you study this dhoti is gonna be swing this way. Alright, so you swing the belt or the sash that way. That's my request. You can do it the same way, there is something wrong. But it gives some sort of balance. Something here, something there. Something here, something there. Not everything here, nothing there. It looks a little odd. So we want to make a balance, beautifying the outfit of the Lord. So number 1, number 2, number 3. So right now we're going to do the pin up or pinning out of the dhoti. But the chala is missing. First things first. If I do the chala, because the chala is more three-dimensional because it's divided into 2 pieces, it's going to interrupt the other parts of the outfit. So we do this part, then this part, and then the chala comes along, alright? So we're going to do the pin up of the dhoti. I was explaining in the morning, we try to avoid doing harsh, robotic, stiff looking when we are doing the pin-up of the outfit. Why? Because it gives the idea that the deity is like a robot, just like that. So try to make the movements of the pin-up curvy, always curvy. I was explaining in the morning that sometimes the boys, they have the tendency, when they put each other, I call it butterfly challenge. It's not really elegant. I respect the taste of everyone, of course. But when you put each other just like this, it truly looks like a butterfly. I don't think that's neat. You want more refined, more elegant. So if you are into the butterfly style of doing each other, okay, you do that, but just remember, at least maintain a curved flow. So it doesn't look like a stop, the car is coming. No, it's go local, not a parking lot, alright?
I have another question.
Yeah.
So what happened if the outfit
How does it go?
just give me one.
Oh. Okay.
There's a lot.
Some of the outfits comes with dhoti and pants, and also the skirt.
Yeah.
It is okay to dress, put the dhoti and also put the skirt together. Just don't, the skirt should be just with the pants.
Okay, so Mahamani is our head pujari. Yes, we have a head pujari and we also have temple president and vice president, and so on. The things that Mahamani told me that in the temple here in Vrindavan, you guys have like a book with some instructions that the temple has, the Gujarati department has been following for a certain amount of years, right? And there is a rule there that says pants, skirt, dhoti, belt. But there is nothing like dhoti, skirt, like a it's not permitted. So yes, it's not permitted, but it's my duty to inform you, right? When you go to Vrindavan, you go to this like a theater, devotional theater, and they play like leelas, like Rasa Leela, Krishna something Leela, and all the actors, they dressed up as Radha Krishna and so on. And they all wear dhotis, not pants. And on top of the dhoti, they put skirt. And they start dancing like this, right? And you can see how the skirt flows. It's just so beautiful. So that's one way for me to tell you that it's okay. And also, if you see Radha Rasa Vihari in Mumbai, Radha Matan Gopal in Mexico, Radha Vrindavan Chandra here, the deities, they already have sculpted on the marble a dhoti. So you can't offer them pants, but a dhoti. And on top of the dhoti, I saw it the day before Janmashtami. That's a Bihari. Vrindavan Chandra, he's wearing his dhoti, and on top of the dhoti, he's wearing a skirt. So for me, it's a bit confusing why Vrindavan Chandra has a dhoti, and it's okay to put on him skirt. But then, oh yes, Gaura, Nitai is different. The law, the rule is different. For Nitai here is that dhoti, no skirt. For me, it's confusing. But again, I don't set up the rules here. We have to follow the rules of every temple. But as I mentioned again in the morning, different devotees did a whole investigation in Bengal. And Mahaprabhu, none of the members of the Panchatattva ever wear pants. Pants is a new thing. It's not a 500 years ago thing for Mahaprabhu or Nityananda Prabhu, neither a thing for Krishna. They always wear dhotis. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to change now this new tradition. Indeed, they look very beautiful. Okay, it's already installed. Alright, now let's work with what we already have installed. So, if this is a dhoti and we have a skirt, in the morning I was showing how to put this skirt. When I go back to Los Angeles, I think it's best that you follow the instructions of this temple. And the manual says pants and a skirt. Alright, so you follow that, but at least you already saw how it did the pinna of this skirt. And you do that. If internally speaking, the what is in the future, you guys want to change the rules, you go ahead and do it, but I don't want to have any trouble. I'm just showing what is supposed to be done, right? And that's okay. I hope this answers your question. Anyway, so here, I always suggest when we're going to do the pinna, because it's always good to show a curvy way to do it. It's pretty much like four fingers from the end, inside, from the outside to the inside, and then we put the pin pretty much there, right? I will show you why. So like this, there. So you can see a curvy thing, and it stays there. But if you put the pin here, almost at the edge of the dhoti, this is what's going to happen. It looks funny. So there is a purpose why we do that in Los Angeles. Right. So again, yes, very well.
So when you are pinning up the dhoti,
Yes.
would you recommend it to be low or would you recommend it to be a little bit high?
Up to you. Everybody knows.
Like just now when you did,
I did it like kind of like this,
yeah.
right?
But
Maybe-
the previous one looked really elegant. Like it,
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a different taste. We have to respect that. So if you want to make it a little lower, it's fine. What we need to show is some sort of chord. Whether the dot is more up to here, well, that's a little exaggerated, but like this, I think it's okay. You want to put it lower, it's also okay. Some dhotis are the length is not that long. All right, no problem. When that happens, you may not even need to use the nylon thread. You can just do a little something and pin it to the side, and that's okay. All right. So one just leave it here. Now the pin of the belt. All right. So again, pretty much it's the same rule. 4 fingers is okay. A very important thing, I call it the 8th knot for giddy dressing. So once the pin is trespassing, the lining, not the front, is in the back. It's always in the back. So you figure out how high or how low you want the piece to be, and then let's say I want it maybe here. So I try my best to keep it like this. And then I go. It's like you're making an 8 number. You go and embrace the top and embrace the bottom. Embrace the top, embrace the bottom. Quickly. We don't have so much time, we don't. Right. See? So it's very nice. Why is it important to do many knots? If you only do like a couple of them or 3, pretty much the thing's gonna go down, it's gonna get loose. So it's good to put like 8 or 7 like rounds. It works best. Alright, so I have the sash, I have the dhoti. Alright. Now I can put the chador. If I put the chador before I do this, it's gonna give me trouble. Why? Because the chador is a bit long and it takes some space. So to put the belt around the waist of the deity, if I put the chador, it's gonna like, oh Krishna, what did I do? So that's why we have a step-by-step thing. 1, 2, 3, and the chador is 4. It's very simple. Nice. Embrace the chador. 3. Sorry. In the morning I was saying, very important, especially for the evening outfits. Okay, so you can see this is not an actual chador. These are just 2 triangular pieces pretending to be a chador. Alright. But Krishna wears a chador. But so then why do we do this? Because we want to be practical. And we use Manasa Puja, right? And we have this sewing part here that links together the 2 triangles with this piece. This piece we're not supposed to show it to anyone. This goes behind the giri. Nobody sees that. But some pujaris, when they dress, especially in the evenings, because in the evenings we will not have garlands unless it's a big festivity like Janmashtami. So the boys will go, oh, so this is a done deal. So I just put each other a done deal. Let's say, pretty much the boys they do this. Don't do that. If you don't show this, you have to hide it. And there are different ways to hide it. It is pretty much, they wear wigs, okay? So if we happen to have a good quality wig, we can pull this a little bit to the back. And then the wig naturally is gonna cover these sewing parts. But maybe the wig is too short. What am I gonna do? So I would recommend then either you put each other like this, so you don't see the sewing parts. Or you said, no, but I like a little bitty butterfly kind of a style, right? No problem. As close as possible. And then, I don't think you're able to see the sewing part. That's very important. So try to avoid showing this thing because it looks odd. All right. So now we're gonna do the peanut of the chart. I don't like the butterfly style, so I'm gonna do it very subtle, very elegant. So we do the peanut of the chart, the part of the chart that is in the back. Don't do the first part, the front part first, because if you do this, it's gonna be more complicated for you to fix the part that is behind. So we do always the one that is at the very back. Again, you sort of like calculate how high you want the thing, and I go, like this is okay. But here, it's a good thing. This style of chadar is a bit complicated. I don't recommend this for beginners because this cloth is very thin. So it's a bit tricky to do the pinning of chadars and skirts when we have these like ruffles or pleated decorations at the border of these ornaments, because to do the perfect curvy thing is a little bit more complex, but still we can do it. It's just that it's more complex. So I'm gonna do the peanut, 4 fingers. Just kind of like that. And then, obviously the next one, you don't do it like this. We're covering the one behind. So try to do it just a little lower, like a 1, 2, 3, kind of, all right? 4 fingers.
Krishna
Yeah.
since we did the belt this side, you said to make a balance, should we not do the chadar opposite side?
Okay. I'm just trying to show you different styles. Maybe I could move this here, right? And then each other is here. But I'm trying to teach everyone the best of my abilities to do the peanut first. Once you learn how to do the peanut, then all these rules that it has to be a balance, little bit here, little bit there, little bit here, little bit there, comes along. So you learn how to do the peanut like this. That means you are paying attention, and that's very good. So okay, so let's say, oh, we have half an hour extra on the altar. And you realize, oh, but Harinana was telling us that we have to keep some balance. And it seems like everything is going that way. What can I do? Well, we have 30 minutes. That's why it's always good to scan or to study the outfit the night before or the day before. So you put the outfit on the table and you try to meditate. Oh, I'm going to dress Mahabharata is on this side, Nityananda is on this side. And you try to figure out, what am I going to do? Because this devotee told me that we have to keep a balance. A little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. So you avoid this. Right? So you don't have so much time, right? You have maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, all right, no problem. Fingers. You don't have to do this thing like this. It is truly not necessary. Because I was explaining earlier that sometimes the boys they are concerned, oh, but there was so much embroidery, so much work. And you told us that the temple pays for all these outfits, $3, $6, $9, or $10,000. So it's our duty to show the entire embroidery. You don't need to worry about that. Just show the outfit with elegance. You don't need to be too outrageous, neither too flamboyant. Like this is just elegant. You don't need to be anything else. I think it's enough. Alright. So you check, you scan, you study, everything is well placed. Now the garden. Sí.
A ti la persona te gusta más ella va a decirlo en inglés.
Ok.
¿Tú en lo personal te gusta más ese estilo con una parte de la shada acá atrás o el muy tradicional, el que siempre ves en los templos, es las dos aquí?
Right. She's asking me if this is a particular taste where I like to see, each other like that, but one is in the front and one is in the back. She's asking me. And, well, I will answer you. Lo voy a decir en inglés y lo voy a explain. It's up to the pujari. You can also put the two chadars in the front. I just recommend to show as much as possible the silhouette of the actual body of the Lord. If you put the two chadars in the front, it's going to look nice, of course. But then you may not get to take darshan of the body of, in this case, Mahaprabhu. So there is nothing wrong. Okay, this is another way, right? So, and then you're gonna put the garment. So you are covering a little area of the Lord. And if we have the chance to show just a little bit more, I believe it's better. Lo que trato de decir es, now in Spanish, very quick. No,
ya lo entendí.
you understood. Perfect. But there is nothing wrong. You can put each other like this. You can also put each other like that. One, two styles. The other one that is just the two of each other's going that way. But then it's too much on one side. It's okay. You won't get condemned. It's alright. But it's again everything just too much under one side. We want a balance. Everything has to have a balance. When we're dressing these, also determined. Everything has to have a balance. There are some exceptions, like with the Rosalina Mukut, this huge Mukut, right? That's placed only one side of the turban. That only piece gets away with breaking the balance rule. Only that Mukut. But besides that Mukut, everything has to be balanced. All right, so. We can go like this, the other way. Again, or the other way. Now, with something like this, because there is movement, but the movement is not so outrageous, it's just subtle, it's very gentle. So if you're willing to just put the garden of the Lord, if you want to put it just like that, it's okay. It's not a problem. It's totally modified. But because I already add some movement, I also like to see the garden with some movement. So in this case, let's see. I don't know, between the garden either that way or that way. So you're studying because the belt is already here. If we do like this, then it's too much on that side. It's not wrong, it's just that there is too much. Alright, so we go this way. So this is the way I do the pin-up of the garden. First, with my bare hands, no pins. I try to figure out what it can study, what is it that I'm gonna be doing, and then I go, oh, like this looks very cool. Alright, so then I let it go. But I got this part attached to the chest of Mahaprabhu. So the pinning. Try not to do like this. Just try to pinch like the surface of the cloth, and then you pinch the flower. So you prevent pinching the Lord or pinching yourself. Just a little bit of the outfit where the pink is out and pinch the flower. There. Alright. Let it go. And have the second part. Pinch it. There. And then I go, okay, I have a curve here, but what's going on with the rest? Let it go. Nice done. Do the last part of the painting. It's not the same as the other one. But anyway. there. Alright. So the covenant is done. All the pinup of the outfit is done. Now the necklaces. That's very important before I start with the pinning. As I mentioned it to you before. This outfit pretty much has only two colors. Wait. It's red and white. But sometimes the boys are very particular and they go, no, look, like right here in this little thing, there is a black stone. And then they take black necklaces and I go, what are you doing? Well, but I saw the look, there's a tiny stone in black color there. This is not how it works when you're picking or selecting the jewelry or the ornaments for the deed. The way you learn, maybe you have a different idea or way to do it. You look at the outfit like this, alright. So you turn around and forget about the outfit. And then you go, it's gonna be 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forget it. What colors do you remember from the outfit? I remember only 2. So those 2 colors that you kept in your mind under the scanning of looking at the outfit for only 5 seconds, those are the only colors you need. But blue, I also see purple, and I also see that the sequence right here, when you do like this, it looks like pink also. No. Don't do that. Just what you see the most is what we're gonna pick for the paraphernalia of ornaments or jewelry. Alright, so yes, we have red, we have gold, we have white, and a tiny, almost nothing, green. Okay, maybe for this, and it's just a maybe, we can play with all that for the children. But for the jewelry, the more jewelry you put, the more pins you're going to need. And also you are reducing the space of darken for the body of the Lord. So for Nitai, I humbly request at the most 2 necklaces. If you are not doing any pinup of the garland, and the garland happens to be just straight down, maybe 3 necklaces. But don't get confused. It's not magic. It's not Gopal magic. Gopal magic is a total different mood, style, lila is different. We're dealing with Mahaprabhu. So 2 necklaces. When you go on the altar and you dress these, try it. Try to experiment. And I can guarantee you, 2 necklaces, you don't need anything else. Sometimes the less is the better, right? So I'm gonna put only 2 necklaces. Okay, so we jump into the silver. All right. So before I do the pinup, I'm trying to calculate how long I want the necklace. And I go, okay, right there. Don't put any pins yet. Just take it like that. And then you put it
Can I ask one more thing about the garlands? Sometimes I see they are like in the air.
on the air. Yeah, you can do that too. You can do that too. It's not a style that I particularly like. Why? Is there anything wrong? No. There is nothing wrong. But I just try to be as natural as possible. As natural as possible. Because I have seen here already, and in Los Angeles too, and they put this like really long garden. And it takes you forever. Even if you are the most expert dresser, I have seen it. It takes forever to do, and who knows how many nylon threads just to accommodate just the garland. And then the necklaces. And then you have this tiny little time to do the turban. And then you see head pujari, Mataji, you need to over. No problem, it's extra simple, it's festival. But there is nothing wrong. I mean, if you become like really expert and thick doing that style, that's fine, right? I don't recommend it because I don't think it's like the most natural looking effect. But if you like it, there is no problem with that. I think this is more practical, more like a steroid. But yes, we can do it like that way. I think Mahamani Prabhupada, he does that. I do it sometimes in Los Angeles. I would like to show some pictures of that. Anyway. But I swing, when I'm dressed in Dwarkadish, I swing the garland like this way. And what I do to avoid all the time consuming of the necklaces, I just use one nylon thread and I swing the garland like here. I make a little knot and I just leave the garland there. And then I put the necklaces on top too. And I put the necklaces towards the other way, very subtle. And then that's it. But to do that style, and you were telling me that the necklaces flying and then 5 necklaces also flying. I don't think it's necessary, but up to whoever is dressing, right? I don't know if I answered.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's do the pin-up of the necklace.
Yo tengo una pregunta.
Sí. Yes, honey. Sí.
Que quedaría en español y ya.
Okay. And she
¿Tú
translates.
qué opinas porque también lo he visto mucho,
¿Qué opina de
del uso de las gargantillas con los collares? O sea, al mismo tiempo ponen a veces hasta 2 o 3 gargantillas así en el pecho y luego ponen también collares. ¿Cómo se puede conjugar esa? Porque las gargantillas no tienen el movimiento que tienen los collares.
Yeah.
Entonces,
Okay.
¿qué recomiendas tú?
She's asking how do I manage or what do I recommend when we mix too many chokers with necklaces. Well, when we see Lord Rishimadev here and also Natji, there is a style of jewelry made and designed in South India. And the South India chokers, they have like different levels. Like you have the traditional part of that choker that it's just a bit close to the neck. And then has a different layer, and a different layer, and a different layer. That's okay, that's South India style. But regularly or in traditional basis, when you use that type of jewelry, you only use that type of jewelry because it's a little bit like chocolate cake with kiwi fruit salad. I don't know. And chocolate cake is very nice and kiwi salad is very nice, but when you try to combine them, it's just a little strange. I don't know. So I'm gonna put a choker right now, so you can see how I'm able to mix not so much the South Indian traditional jewelry, but more like all over India, because each one state of India I know has a particular way to design jewelry. But here in the West, right? Yes, everything is from India, but we do things more subtle. one of the chokers that has green color. But this wasn't designed as a choker. I believe this was designed as a bracelet. I'm going to use it as a choker. There. So you're able to see the two necklaces perfectly. The garland is not covering the necklaces, but the other way around. And not so much, it's balanced. And then the choker, something very important. If you put the choker like here, because of the neck of the deity, the Krishna is going to look like this. And it looks awful. So it's always better to show some of the neck. And also just think about yourself. Even if you wear a very expensive Cartier, a Cartier choker, even if it's Cartier, it doesn't matter. If you put it like this and you're gonna say, "Oh, Hare Krishna, Mataji, how are you?" Right? So you have to use common sense. Again, the deity is not just a beautiful marble stone representation of God that inspire us seeing Krishna already in Vrindavan. No. The deity, I'm sorry people, the deity is God. And not just God. God, I will go down here. The deity is a person. We are people, we are a person. So I always try when I'm dressing the Lord that because he's a person, he needs to be dressed like a person. Of course, opulently and with flowers and tulsi, we all know that, but more, not so complicated. It has to be easygoing, soft, gentle, because he's a person, right? So when all these devotees, they tell me, "Oh, Harinana, but the butterfly chala, and the chokers here, and the garland super long with 6 necklaces swinging." I can't picture a person walking like that. So I'm not criticizing. If you want to do these 6 necklaces on the chala swinging to the side, do it. But then don't mix the entire. So just like this by itself, you already have a beautiful turban, right? And you can teach new cooks there. But Prabhu, I saw the tiny little bowl there. So you pull the extra fabric with the gold thing, just in the same way I taught you. Don't put too much, because then it's gonna be like a Govardhan Hill turban kind of thing. Right? This is 3, 4 is enough. But always remember, the less is the better. Alright. I'm gonna undo the twisting again, and I will make it just one more time. When I finish doing this, I will pick 2 people randomly, and I'm gonna see if you guys will learn how to do this. This is the most important piece of the turban, because without this, just putting the turban on, the turban base, the cloth that goes around the head, it's not secure, because when you need something like a cushion, like a base where to pinch the mukuts. Because if you don't have these, which is pretty much like we are trying to give the look that this is a turban, even though it's not. If you don't have these, where are you gonna pinch the mukuts? You have nothing. So you have to have this. So I'm gonna do it and do it. And I will repeat the process. leave. There is also another way. If you never learn how to make a whiskey, I don't think that's going to be the case. You go just like this. Otra voz. I make all the turbans that you have seen that I posted on my Facebook are all pretty much a 5-minute turban. And they're like that. How do you do that? I don't. I'm a puppet. They do. Yeah. I'm not even using any paint. It looks already it's gorgeous. Right? But anyway, let's do the other twist because that's necessary. All right. So again, here. Okay. Now we choose to do the thing the other way. Why not? So put it a little higher. Yeah. So the beginner was going there. Now we go the other way. Both going in the same direction. Both of them going in the same direction. Alright, so I twisted enough. Alright, now I'm going to go towards the other way. And then, yeah, keep in mind, you went that way, right? You need light. It's okay. Krishna's God. Alright. Like that. Okay, so then I go, if I went that direction, at least you go this direction. Done. Do you think you need a third time explanation of this? Or I can randomly ask someone to come over and do it? You understood? Really? You know how to do it, right? You know. Because if you also know, right? Correct. What about you? Did you know how to do this before? Yeah? No. So you know. Oh, you have this one still? Exactly. So you, alright. My dear friend, could you come to the front and you hold like this for her?
Because there's nothing on the order.
We're going to hold it like this for her.
What about the colors?
And then this. One. We need one more.
I usually use the drawers,
To put them
close the drawers, and then I start to do this.
I go to the I'm going to show you after this. Can you hold this for Mataji? So she can do it. And I'm gonna see what how are they doing.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like super tight. Could be just a little looser. At least, yeah. It's a matter of practice, trust me. Within a month doing this almost daily, you figure out. It's not that complicated. Yeah, so right there, you can just make a little knot. So you can, it's very essential that you use both of your hands. If you, just a little knot, suppose in it. Yes, just leave it like that. Right. Oh, you got it over there. Yes, you got it. Oh, that's fantastic. So once you learn how to do just the double twisting, which is the base of the entire twisting, then you can just keep adding more cloth or more colors. But yeah, it's perfect. You got it. Oh, okay, Krishna. And you got it too. Alright, so let's start with this thing. And now I can use this twisting for the turner. It's too short. We need to buy new wigs. I will talk about the Mahani. We need to buy new wigs, we need to buy new blue tack or steel, and we need to buy new so I show you so you know. I just got this these are the bobby pins that we have right down here, right now. These are okay. It's good quality but it's too small. The ones that come from German. So we need the really long ones that are almost double in size and also thicker. You will see now why we need something like this, right? As you can see the difference. So we need this type of bobby pins. And I saw them also in this place. What's the name of the place? Hobby. Yeah. And they are not that expensive, so we need to get markets and new wigs also for all the needs. Sorry. Right. So Radha was explaining me this new way. It's not that it's new, but it's not practical. Yeah. I will use oil actually, we'll see. We first, because the head of this particular ponytail is, they have this varnish. So the head is very slippery. So Brother Rahman showed me, and I completely agree, it's always best to put first the turban base. And once the turban base is on, then we put the wig. I'm going to show you what he showed me, and I think it's very practical for this particular thing. In Los Angeles, we don't need that, but here we do. Alright. So I like double color turban. That's my favorite. So from behind, like that. We do like this. Move it like that. I will show this way, and also will show what Mahamani is. He has also an inspire, and I think they both work. So we put the wig, and then this is the way Radha Raman does it, and it's practical too. He takes a little bit of the hair towards the front. All right, a little bit. And then because we have this turban base in the bottom, I believe it is something like huh?
It's just separate from the front of the car. So that is all from
Yeah. Savior. Yeah. Everybody's watching, right?
Tengo una pregunta. He escuchado, me han dicho que el cabello no debe de ir muy largo
Sí.
y suelto. ¿Eso es cierto?
Sí.
¿Y cómo lo arreglas?
Claro, lo voy a arreglar, por supuesto. This mother said that she heard that the hair of the lady should not be presented like very loose, neither too long. And my Guru Mata, Mother Karta Devi Dasi, and Tubla Matra Devi Dasi, she used to be in charge of the designing the outfits for ISKCON Los Angeles, also initiated by Prabhupada, and also before she left, Jadurani Devi Dasi. All of these people and more people, I learned through the years that Prabhupada said that the length of the hair of the deity should not go down the shoulder up to here, not longer. Prabhupada didn't like it, and also it doesn't look very refined. And also pretty much in the old days because of the hippies, right? All of them with long hair. Prabhupada didn't want people visiting our temples and then taking darshan from our deities to look anything related to the hippies. So the more sophisticated, elegant, refined we could do the hair of the deity, the better. So yeah, Prabhupada suggested no more, not down here. Because I've seen in different temples they have this, such a beautiful wigs. The wigs are amazing. And they put jewels and little jasmine, but the wig is maybe here. And trust me, they look beautiful. Don't think they don't look beautiful. But this is not what Prabhupada wanted for our temple, so we have to follow that. This is the temple of Prabhupada. Alright, so let me see. So I'm trying to, very smart. Very smart. So from behind, I'm gonna use some pins from behind and front to secure or stabilize more the turban base before I go with twisting. So I just want to point out the huge importance of using the bobby pins. very essential because some devotees they are lazy and they say, oh, I forgot about the things in the pujar and I'm already on the altar. I'm sorry, you have to focus because devotees they use pins to do this. In Spanish, I express myself quite a lot, and this is not so practical for me. Anyway, so let's not do that because you are jeopardizing the good of the Lord. You're going to pinch at the head. The less things you can do, not for the good, but for putting the first layer, which is the turban base, the less amount of things you can use, the better. Better try to use only this. If it's a big necessity to use pins, it's okay, but don't use too much. That's my humble request. But don't use these small pins, bobby pins, they don't work. I was dressing these on Janmashtami in the flower outing, and I had to use maybe 60 of these things to accommodate the hair of Vrindavan Chandra. A waste of time. I couldn't do it. And I was suffering. But anyway, somehow I got these really long pins and they work the best. It's alright. So it's already like, it doesn't move anymore. So now let's use the twisting. There's so many different ways. You can either just put a little bit here, and a little bit here, and a little bit there, like that. And it's already so pretty. Or you can go this is not exactly what I recommend, but we can do it too. Kind of like that, but don't be lazy. Think, no, if I just leave it like this, it's okay. No, it's not okay, because it looks like you put some cloth and then this is like a tiara, and you were not putting on Krishna tiaras made of fabric. This is supposed to be a real turban. So we are just using these. Right? We're going to show a little bit, but we're using this as a base where we're going to hang to put the mukuts, right? If you only leave it like that, yes, it matches, but that is not a turban. For me, it doesn't look like a turban. It's like I don't know, como si fuera una diadema, a tiara kind of thing. It looks weird. So try not to do that. So anyway, so you can play actually. Imagine it's like like a snake, like a dragon, and you can play doing different things. And you just put it either here or there, and then you put flowers and you put. Then it looks like a turban. But don't do this like a tiara kind of thing. They do it in other temples, but I don't think that's the best look for the Lord. You can also attach the twisty to the sleeve of the deity. If you show at the end some of the head of the pin, don't worry, but make sure that you have either extra cloth to do fluffy things or flowers, something, or amukut or turban piece that's gonna cover the pin that you are showing in front. You don't want to show anything, but if you are showing something, just make sure that you're gonna cover it with something else. So that it doesn't move so much. also play with the weight. So you can show a little bit. Remember, the hair not so much down here. Just a little bit, it should be okay. Now you could. Oh. No, I'll use it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Goods are also very expensive. So we need to treat these beautiful ornaments, we have to treat them nicely. Because pretty much when the devotees they go to any temple, all of us we don't follow the standard of the feet. We start going up, here, then here, and then it's like you want to be humble. You don't go to the Lord and you go, hey Krishna, what's that? No. It's reverence, right? And then you see the face of the Lord. But none of us does it. It's pretty much like I only have 5 minutes, I need to chant my Gayatri, and I will see Krishna. So, because I know how the bodies are like, I know that the bodies are going to put full attention to the face of the Lord. And the bodies, they love turbans. And it's true. We all love turbans. It's like the cherry on top of the huge cake. Nobody cares if it's a vanilla cake, strawberry cake, or if it has a lot of whipped cream. They want to know at the very top you put strawberries, black cherries, this is the top of the cake. So that's the turban. So too bad I don't have an old turban piece. But I want to show you. Anyway. The reason why in Vrindavan they put this red cotton cloth that is made of cotton, right? In the back, it's not just a decoration. This Vrindavan that's an old one, right? Oh, it's so pretty. I don't want to ruin it, but I have to show what the place do. And it really breaks my heart. The reason why in Vrindavan they put this cloth is that when we do the pin up of the Mukut, we don't go through the front. You don't do that ever. Never. But Prabhu, you don't understand. I was very tired. And the Mukut keeps falling to the front. And I had to pinch the Mukut that way. No. So then we need to take a course. And we need to learn. You don't do this, you don't pinch the Mukut through the front. Because you're going to damage the embroidery. And this is expensive. You don't pay for this. It's the temple that pays for this. So please, as I mentioned it to you in the morning, all this is Lord Balaram himself. The paraphernalia of Krishna is a direct expansion of Balaram. So you have to treat Balaram nicely. Alright, so I'm gonna do this dinner the other way around. So you understand what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm gonna undo it and present it properly. But I just want you to learn how we do the dinner. I need to know if you guys like truly do this because this is very important. Yes, sir.
Maybe you can say the word of the turban. So first the cloth, and then what comes next.
Yeah.
Some people used to put the turban pieces first and then they go after the blanco, you know, so
Yeah.
and after the
No. Yeah, we have an order. So because of the way the deed is here, Brother Roman was suggesting that we put first the cloth, then the wig. We take a little bit, some of the hair of the wig to the front, the process that you saw, and then you put, once the turban base is already arranged, then you put the twisty, and then is when you put in goods. Because it's true, sometimes they put, like, you would put first and they go, I'm dressing routine right there. And sometimes the way they put the, you put the, Madre, what's your name, Madre? Saquerita, why? What is your turban base? The gyro? Why? What's the problem? This is the problem. You need to have the turban base plus the twisting so that you don't pinch. You don't pinch Krishna. Already? Yes, really. So this is happening everywhere. So please don't do that. Come on. You have to have this debate. So anyway, is this understood that we pinch the fabric and then we pinch the cotton part of the good? Please try to understand that. Don't do that. If I come in, a friend of mine told me not to say if I come. It's when I come. So when I come to Vrindavan again, if I see this, I'm going to jump on the altar. I'm going to take it out. So please don't do that. It's really, you don't do that. Please don't. This could just, this little piece could cost, I don't know, what, $40, $50? I mean, if you are willing to give me the $50 and then I can talk with some of the people that are in Vrindavan to make a copy of this, all right, give me the $50 then. And then when I go to Vrindavan, I make an identical piece, and then you play this thing of yours. But don't do that. Please. So this is the property. Alright. So now I'm gonna do the action too. Those are enough good. Now let me show you a different trick.
Can I ask you, are these like good pieces? Sometimes I heard like that they have to like turn a different way, and when you have body ties, they have to like go towards each other or away.
No. But certain goods like yeah, it's all right. these mukuts, they have different meanings, depending also where they come from. Like this has a meaning like this is auspicious, this goes always up, whether it's like this or like that. And this symbolizes like the entrances of the temples. When you go to India, even to Thailand, right, some of the temples, they have all these decorations in the border. Or like, not this dhoti, but I have this fancy dhoti, and even the saris, they say, oh, Mataji, you want your, like a temple border, they say, the edge of the sari or the edge of the dhoti has these things like this. It's called temple border. So this is pretty much, in terms of architecture design, like a temple sort of border. Also has a reference of the Rasalila. When Krishna dances Rasalila, his main mukut is also with this kind of like a shape, always pointing up. It's never like this. So there are some devotees that I know that they don't have understanding of this science, let's say like that, or these traditions. And they say, oh, I see some space here, and I don't want it. I want to put a turban piece to cover it. And they do like this. Okay, yes, it's gonna cover what you want it to cover. But these pieces are not meant to be put on your turban like that. These pieces only go or like this or like that. Some devotees here, they are already my friends, and I think they are fantastic Vaishnavas. And they have this style to put right here. It's okay, but I humbly suggest you to visit. There is this famous. He was one of my gurus. I met him in Udaipur. He was B, as in Buenos Aires, B, and then D.G. Sharma. He was the best traditional Rajasthan artist of all India. And I invite you to check any website where you can see all his famous paintings. And you can see mukuts like this. You will never see mukut like that. I'm sorry, it doesn't work. It's like this. And he never put those mukuts here. It's just not his style. You could argue to me and tell me, well, Haryana, you may say you don't like it, but can you show us that it's wrong to put it like this? I may not be able to prove that it's wrong. I may not. But if you check all the paintings of Rajasthani style that represent Krishna, all these mukuts are over here, right here. And they go pointing up, never like that. So anyway, so you were saying that, oh, maybe certain mukuts are supposed to be facing a certain way or that way. It really doesn't matter. The only one that follows that rule is Sri Chapurani Krishneshwari Maharani Radhika. She follows that. When we decorate Radharani with the Chandrika never goes that way. It always goes towards Krishna. Because she's in love with Krishna. Everything goes towards him, not against him. That's the only one. But with this, if you really want to put it here, you go ahead and do it. But this one, oh please, promise me you won't put it here. That is, I don't know, I think there are multiple ways. But this is like it's not traditional. And I've seen many pictures of Vrindavan Chandra like that. Maybe it's a tradition here, right? But maybe tonight with the cell phone, Harigana is saying something different. Why? Look at paintings. All this inspiration. Don't think I was born with this. No. But through the years, I take inspiration from all these different paintings that come from bona fide Vaishnavas glorifying Krishna. I think they know just a little bit more than us, at least when it comes to turbans. The philosophy of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and so on and so on and so on. If they were chanting 16 or 64 rounds, I don't know. But talking about this, I think they are beyond more expert than us. So I follow that. Anyway, so now a little thing. I don't use so much fans. Why then? I just don't like so much the use of fans. But we can do, I call it ruffles. And we could make ruffles with our hands with different types of cloth. So this is a neutral color because the outfit has gold instead of silver. So you can do something like this. This is very fun, you're gonna love it. So I maybe the 12 like this. Huh? Because it's alright, let's see. Yeah, alright. So so either it's like a little fan. Alright, so you can either do like this, you can get a knot. Then you have like a cute little fan. Or you can do it also like this. Like this is safer, you just don't need to use any pin. But like that, you have to use maybe 1 or 2 pins. Just be careful when you're putting this on the video. So I go like this, and then I put my thumb like that, and I go. You're making a twisting, yeah. Use another pin. I love doing this one. Instead of putting fans, I like this one better. Up to you. That's cute. You'll see. Then make another one. What is this one, right? Cloth. Not so sharp. And then that's it. But I want to put flowers. flower. The peacock feather. Some temples they put peacock feather, some temples they don't. I don't know what's this number here. You put peacock feather in Mahaprabhu? Yeah, okay, so you put peacock feather there. Maybe here, and let's see. Questions, suggestions. And if you don't like this thing that I made, you can do like they do in India. I mean, it's like in India they do like this. I can show you this tomorrow with Jagannath. They do kind of like this. So they keep the area and they go like this. They put a pin here and then they go like that. And then they keep doing this like this. Then they open like that. And they mix different colors and sometimes they don't even put goods. It's just this. And it's also good. It's more simple, the style, and you can put big ones and long ones or short ones, and you wanted to put a 180-degree fan, or you can put it 90-degree, and you can put just a bunch of these things here, nothing here, and then a bunch of here, and then it looks like like this. It's also nice. So it's just an inspiration. But it is like just like an introduction. I would love to stay here for 2 months. So I will say, okay, Monday, you come with me and I dress for Nitai and you watch. Okay, Tuesday, then you come with me and you watch. That will be the best, but it's just a short time. But I don't know if this is good enough to inspire you or letting you know how is the proper way to do either the dressing or the tournament. Did you learn something? Now I'm asking you, is this an okay class? Did you have any more questions? It wasn't complicated. You didn't get to see enough questions. Do you have any questions?
Well, I'm looking forward to Jagannath.
For Jagannath, yeah, Jagannath is the king of the tournament in Israel. And I already figured out, because we didn't have a base where to put on the turban base. And I was telling Muhammad, what are we going to do? And I was so worried. And I saw those cushions over there that they use for yoga. And I was thinking, oh, Krishna. And then I told Muhammad, how big is this turban base for Jagannath? And he says, maybe like three of those cushions. And then Mahamani says, well, we can just put a plastic bag on top because those cushions are contaminated. We put a plastic bag and then some cloth, and then on top of it, we put the turban of Jagannath. Oh, and it's perfect. I can't wait. Because Jagannath you really want to learn how to make a turban? It's not this. It's Jagannath because it's big, and you get to see all the fancy you put this much cloth and then you twist it and you do like this and like that. Tomorrow, please, I'm begging you, please try to come. It's very important. Prabhu, please try to come.
I'm cooking. I come maybe
Oh, you're
8:30.
cooking.
8:30. I can come
Sunday.
after.
All right.
What's the schedule?
What's the schedule? I'm assuming it's again 10 to 12, right?
No, for each session.
Yeah, so tomorrow, before I do the Jagannath turban thing, Mahamani and I, we are bringing the Radha Krishna murtis. Because you need to learn, it's different, the pina of Radha Krishna compared to Gormita. Totally different. And because I already saw, it's very difficult to dress Vrindavan Chandra. Vrindavan Chandra is one arm, and I didn't know. It's attached to the chest. So to do the swinging of the garment like I do for Dwarkadish in Los Angeles, is very complex. I figure out that there is a tiny space on the arm of Vrindavan Chandra, and then I figure out, yes, I got it. So I had to make 2 garlands. So one garland was to do what I do in Los Angeles, and then have extra thread, connect that extra thread from here to the shoulder to pretend that the garland, instead of being like this, went all the way inside. But it took me forever to figure that out, but I discovered it. So unfortunately, the murtis that we are bringing here tomorrow, they don't have that marble thing that stops us from pushing the garland all the way inside. But it doesn't matter. You've been dressing Vrindavan Chandra before, you'll figure it out. I don't think it's that complicated. But the pina of Radha Krishna, please, I'm begging you to please try to come, because you can watch the video, of course, but there is nothing better than seeing it in life. So please, try to do your best.
I have one question about Nitai.
Yes.
So if you're imagining that this is Mahaprabhu,
Yes.
then Lord Nityananda is on the left, and the pieces of fabric will benefit.
Yeah, I know. So, you mean this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lord Chaitanya, all Panchatattva is important. Don't get sentimental, okay? All Panchatattva is important. But Mahaprabhu is more important than Nityananda. But I went to Eka Chakra, and over there, the devotees, they told me a different story. Mahaprabhu is more important. So when you have here Nityananda, right? Make sure that chadar, belt, or skirt, when you are doing the pina, make sure that Mahaprabhu is in the front. And Nityananda Prabhu will always be in the back. Because I have photos. What time is it? Already 5. So we have 4:20. Oh gosh. Just few more minutes. It's important. Prabhu, can you connect my cell phone? I want to show them. Last time I dressed Gordon Garden in Los Angeles. Really? Oh, okay. So perhaps I can answer your question. Oh. Any questions about the Pina? Is that understood?
¿Ibas a hacer otra cosa ¿Ibas a hacerle otra cosa?
Sí, les dije que lo iba a hacer mañana con Jagannath.
Ok.
Con Jagannath. Yeah.
The belt and the chadar here, because there is no Lord Nityananda right now. When it's on the altar, should we pin up on Lord Nityananda's dhoti? Or should we just pin his chadar and his
No.
belt together?
No, for this I recommend better. See, I haven't dressed Nitai here, so I don't know so much the space. But depending on that and also on the outfit. But I prefer to take the nylon threads in case. So if Nityananda is here, I don't remember how close from each other Mahaprabhu and Nitai are like. But if I am correct, based on this outline, you could take the nylon thread and do what I just did, like this, without the necessity to pin any of these pieces on the body of Nityananda. It's better if you use nylon thread. But if the space is not that big, and I don't know how far from each other are the play with the cloth here. So first I put, of course, as I said, Mahaprabhu is always at the very, very front. And then I put behind the belt of Mahaprabhu, I put Nityananda's belt. And then in the back, because he is more important, I put his chala first, and then at the very end, I put Nityananda's chala. I don't know if that is understood.
And the garments, they go to the sides, they don't go to the center. Because sometimes...
Yeah, up to you. We have this devotee, he's from Hawaii. I mean, his entire family is from Japan, but he was born in Hawaii. And sometimes he puts the garments together. I mean, it's not a problem if you put the garments this way, or that way, or straight. It's not a problem. It's up to your taste, up to your mood. Me, I always like to put the garment like that. But this is me. But you are not me. You may like it like this, they will and you like that, and it's perfectly fine. They do that in Vrindavan. Most of the time, the way pujaris in Vrindavan, they place the garments are like that. But here, I don't know, I like it like that a little more. But just always remember, Mahaprabhu at the very front of whatever it's always like that. Harigana, can you prove by Shastra that this is supposed to be like that? No, I can't. Just use common sense. I'm sure you can understand. Alright, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really hope I was able to transmit or share the proper way to dress the deity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.